Now that we've learned how to make a site in Dreamweaver using a pre-designed template, or possibly creating a design on your own using some of the Dreamweaver techniques that I'm going to have in some of my later videos here, one of the first things you should do is plan out how the site is going to be set up. Now, in my course for web design that I teach, I require, as you guys know, this planning document that I call the project plan, that plans out the mission for your website and a variety of other items that you're going to have included in it, what it's going to do, how the content's going to be laid out. One of the things you should have is a sitemap that sort of maps out the hierarchy for your pages. And unfortunately, one of the issues with this is that some of the best tools that are available online, including the Google Sitemap tool, which I will teach you guys how to use later in the course, once you get your sites online, they only really work for sites that are online. It's just that. So a couple quick notes here. There are lots of useful online tools that will generate high quality sitemaps, but in general, you need to have a site on the web in order for it to produce a map based on what's there. In the planning phase, I like to teach you guys that you need to plan out how the hierarchy is going to be set up, even if you haven't done it yet. And this is a little bit tricky to find an easy tool to do this with if you don't have the pages yet to pump into one of these online sitemap generators, which is why you should search for things that create organizational charts. And there's a lot of stuff online that does this. I think an even easier route to take would be to do it in MS Word. So a lot of you are asking me what's the easiest or quickest way to generate a quick sitemap. And in one of the classes I did demonstrate that you can go into PowerPoint and use something that way, but I didn't really pull up some of the easier ways using SmartArt that you could do this. I mean, I did use PowerPoint to show you one of the SmartArt options you have, but I didn't go to the category that's called hierarchy, and this would be a much better way to do it. So even if we took the first choice, for example, this could be your home page. You may or may not have a page that kind of just comes off the home page. The home page might only link to your subpages, so you could either leave that or get rid of it, and then you can have your subpages here. You can add subpages by right-clicking and going to Add Shape. Let's say you have that many, 6, okay, on your submenu. That's 5, okay, that's 6. And again, I'm doing all this in MS Word. It might look a little bit different on your Mac, but this is the easiest way to get this going. And this, just starting to get a sitemap going. Sorry, my speech is a little jumbled today. So if you use this little menu option here with the arrows, you can actually adjust the titles of each of the boxes in the organizational chart, which can easily be like a hierarchy you would set up for a site if you build it properly. You can adjust these in here. So this might be the About page. This could be locations. This could be services, right? I'm just coming up with standard names here. It all depends on what you're doing. This could be products, contact, maps. So by using this, it does make it a bit easier, and either on the item in the organizational chart itself or in here, you can promote, move up, move down. On the item itself, you can add stuff not right next to it like we did with the few along this hierarchy level, but you can add below. Okay, and then if you want to add another one below but connected to the same one, you go back up to the top one and add below again, right? You don't click on the one you just made and add below, or it's going to be below off that one. So from this, you can see how you could continue to create and add the connections between the sitemap and very simply and quickly create an organizational chart that would be considered in the planning phase or the pre-design phase a sitemap, because the best tools that we have available to us online that will make sitemaps good-looking, slick, high-quality sitemaps require a site to be on the web for that to work. So in the planning phase, I would use something like this in MS Word. And as you can see, there are a variety of types that you can choose in the hierarchy category, and you can actually switch the design that you used even after it's built. So that's a really easy way to crank out your sitemap. I know a lot of you are making your project plans in Microsoft Word, which means you could just add this to it, and this would probably take up half a page to a page in that 5 to 7 pages that I'm requiring. You are not to count the concept map, which should be just added afterwards, that assignment you already did, as one of your 5 to 7 pages, but it should be included in the same file. So quick little note there. So just to recap, this was a really quick one. We just learned how to put a sitemap together without having a site, and you can do this using the simple tools we have available to us in MS Office. Okay, thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget to get your project plan in by the due date.